Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter, Bhakti Yogam, Sloka number 1. Arjuna Uvacha Evam Satata Yuktaye E Bhaktastvam Paryupasate Ye Chapyaksharam Tesham ke yoga vittamaha. In the last class, I have given the introduction to this chapter, how the bhakti is an integral part of all the other sadhanas. That is what Bhagavan wants to say directly or indirectly from the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, we divided and saw them in totally 5 stages. One is Sakama Karma Bhakti Yoga, Nishkama Karma Bhakti Yoga, Ekarupa Upasana Bhakti Yoga, Bahurupa Upasana Bhakti Yoga. Then finally, Gnana Lakshana Bhakti Yoga. So this is the 5 stages. Everybody has to go through all these 5 stages, either in this life or in the past life. Once if the person is gradually promoted with his own sadhana, then he is eligible now for the Gnana Yoga, Nirguna Nirakara Ishvara Gnanam or Ishvara Dhyanam. Now this chapter starts with the Arjuna's question. We saw that what he asked, O Lord, Saguna Ishvara Dhyanam is superior or the Nirguna Ishvara Gnanam Dhyanam is superior. Saguna Ishvara Dhyanam is superior or Nirguna Ishvara Dhyanam is superior. This is the question. But I told Krishna also going to tell that indirectly your question is wrong. I given some examples for it. 1 or 2 examples again I will tell differently. If you want to become a graduate, you should go to the college. So somebody heard this statement who has not yet studied or gone to school, but he understood this statement. Then he asked that, shall I go and join in the college? No, you have to go to the primary school, high school, then come to the college. After saying that, somebody says, oh, okay, now shall I do simultaneously? I will go to the school also and I will come to the college also. There should be one brahmachari in the ashram who is used to attend all 3 levels of the Sanskrit grammar class. The levels are given according to the capacity of the person. If you are a beginner, you have to go to the first level. where you learn alphabets. Then where you learn the second level, some kind of variations of those grammar rules. And third level is advanced, where you study Panini grammar and all that. But this brahmachari used to attend all the three classes, because all these three classes are not happening simultaneously. Different days, different times. So he used to go sit there also, there also, there also. It will be helpful for him. So can I go and sit in the primary school, high school? Because you said three, I will simultaneously. No, you cannot do simultaneously, in gradation one after another only. So Saguna Rupa Dhyanam Upasana is first, and then only Nirguna Rupa Ishvara Dhyanam later. So if this is the order, everybody has to go through in this way only. But if anybody is capable, straight away, in this birth, in the childhood itself, he can go to the Nirguna Gnana Dhyanam, Nirguna Ishvara Dhyanam. That means who can jump from here to here, but without doing, he cannot jump. He did already in the previous last life. You have to remember that. Now, Arjuna asked that out of these two kind of people, who is superior? You cannot compare, you cannot have the choice between the two variables. You can have the choice between the two similar things only. Therefore, Arjuna's question is wrong, but Bhagavan doesn't want to say directly on the face, you are stupid, you are wrong. You don't know. I spoke 11 chapters so far. Now, here, whatever is latest Arjuna heard in the 11th chapter, evam, in that way. That means the Bahurupa. So he came up to the fourth stage. He is talking about the fourth stage of this Bhakti Yoga, Upasana, Bahurupa. Because there we saw Vishwarupa, Bahurupa only, no? Bahurupa, Vishwarupa. Those people who are like that, Satata Yuktaha, they are very much involved and dedicated with interest only they are doing. Bhaktaha Tvam Paryupasate. But another side, you told in between many places in every chapter. If you recollect in previous chapters, at least once or twice in every chapter, Bhagavan talks about this Akshara Tattvam. For example, chapter 2, Atma, there is no death for it. Okay? Najayate mriyate va kadachit nayam bhutva bhavita va anabhuya, in that way. Even third chapter, fourth chapter, fifth chapter, everywhere, one or two slokas at least keep on talks about. Up to 11th also. Then Arjuna listened that, then therefore he is asking, you talked about the Aksharam Avyaktam also. Suppose if somebody is worshipping and in that way doing Aksharam Ishvara Dhyanam, now tell me who is superior among these two? This is the question. Then Bhagavan started answering from the second shloka. I told you the answer already to you last class. Who are out of these two, who are worshipping the Saguna Ishvara Dhyanam, doing Ishvara Dhyanam, they are superior. But those who are doing Nirguna Ishvara Dhyanam, they reaches me. whether Arjuna understood or not. But gradually tells Bhagavan, not suddenly. Second sloka, third sloka, second line only he mentions that. And further many slokas, he highlights and talks about this Akshara Tattvam. Question is, who is superior, the Bhakta? Then why to elaborate so much about the Akshara Tattvam? Because gradually the aim of the Bhagavad Gita, the teaching is to take every one of us to the Akshara Tattvam only, Nirguna Nirakara Brahma Tattvam. Therefore, Bhagavan not losing the track of his teaching. Any guru also, he may talk in between this, that, but still they never lose the track of the goal. So in that way, second shloka also I think we read last class, but again I will read it, you repeat. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Maya Veshamano Ye Mam Nityayukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayopetaha Te me yuktatamamataha. Here first Bhagavan telling about the Saguna Ishvara Dhyanam Upasakas are only superior. They are, because at least they are worshipping me. That itself is the great thing. Instead of being as a Nastika, Mai Avesha Manaha Emam Nitya Yuktaha. It is not that suddenly one day, we are not talking about the every devotee in the world. There are millions of devotees, no? We are not talking about that. Even Bhagavan spoke about the Artho, Arthat, the Jignasu, Gnanicha, all that. We must remember how he concluded, Gnani tu Atma iva me matam. Gnani is my dearest devotee, because for him and me there is no difference. Now he has to establish that gradually. But here the first answer is, yes Arjuna, you ask no, who is superior? These people, Nitya Yuktaha Ye Mam Upasate, and they sincerely, Shraddhaya, not once in a while, very regularly. And not only that, their devotion is deeper, but that Bahur on the Saguna, whether it is Ekarupa or Bahurupa, both has got the Saguna only with Rupa, Nama Rupa. But in their mind, there is something different. First of all, they crossed the second level of Karma Yoga. What is it? Nishkama Karma. With that, naturally, they came to this Bahurupa Bhakti. And they know that they want the inner change in their personality. Through this Dhyanam Upasana, these devotees they want their inner change in their personality. That means inner growth, the spiritual growth. But they don't know that they are still not able to shift to the Nirguna Nirakara Brahma Ishvara Gnanam. It takes some more time. But they are, so naturally I should call them as superior. They are not a ordinary devotees. Not once in a while they get excited and do, but regularly Shraddhaya Paraya Upetaha, Parayopetaha, and Te Yukta Tamamataha. In my opinion, they are superior. they are superior. Okay. Then in third shloka only, he is going to tell about, then what about then if you say they are superior, these, then naturally Nirguna, Nirakara, Ishvara, Dhyanam, they are inferior? No. Really, they only can reach me. That answer comes in the shloka number 3. अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवम्. I will read fourth one also. The answer is in the fourth second line, not in third second line. Sanniyamyendriyagramam sarvatra samabuddhayah te prapnuvanti mameva sarvabhutahite rataah. I will explain to you from the second line of the fourth shloka, then we'll go slowly to the other words. In the third shloka, 2 lines, Bhagavan describing the Nirguna Nirakara Brahma Swarupa. Then you want to do that dhyanam. Here dhyana means Nirguna Nirakara Nididhyasanam only. What are the qualifications a person required? More than 8 Brahma Lakshanas are told in the third shloka, and in the fourth shloka, first line, the qualifications are told. I will come to word meaning later. After saying that, those who know that Akshara Tattvam, Nirguna Nirakara Brahma Tattvam, with these qualities, they only can reach me. What does it mean? That means even though the first variety are superior, they cannot reach me. Only after coming to this second level, only they can reach me. That means you are comparing and asking who is superior, the question is wrong. So indirectly Bhagavan is saying that. Indirectly. They are not inferior, these are not like that. They have to complete that stage and come to this stage. Only after reaching this stage only, they can reach me, not by Saguna Sakara Ishvara Dhyanam. That means don't compare simply to say, your question is not correct. Don't compare. They are not a comparable things. Each one is different. If you have asked the question like that, out of these two, who will reach me? I may say given the answer directly. After reaching the fourth stage, those people only can reach me. But you asked who is superior. How can I compare between two of them? Okay. Each stage is required, each one is different. Now here, te prapnuvanti, te eva mam prapnuvanti. Eva word is indicates in fact to say they are superior. it is understood. Te eva mam prapnuvanti. Who are they? The qualities I will tell you. First of all, who is having fourth line, first sentence, Bhagavan. It is almost telling, reminding the sadhana chatustaya sampatti in a different format. That sadhana chatustaya sampatti, to say simply or remember in English, 4 capital D's: discrimination, dispassion, then discipline, then desire. Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhi, Shatka, Sampatti, discipline. So, discrimination, dispassion, discipline, and desire for moksha, mumukshutvam. But Bhagavan saying in a different way here, who are able to control their senses and the mind. So naturally, all the discipline comes under that Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti. Niyamya, Samyak Niyamya, Sanniyamya, Indriya Gramam. All their senses. Here Gramam is nothing to do with the village. Or there is any Indriya Gramam, Khadi Gramam like Nandi Gram in Bengal. No. A group is called Gramam in Sanskrit. So here Indriya Gramam, particularly 5 sense organs. And so this is the first qualification. That means a person who is very much extroverted, okay, and who is not able to focus on the teaching of the Guru or the Shastra, they cannot understand and receive this deeper knowledge. So it is essential, yama, niyama, like that, the discipline is important. So samyak niyamya indriya gramam, and what is the second quality? Sarvatra samabuddhayaha. They were undisturbed. In any condition, whenever the pairs of complementaries play a role in their life, sarvatra means here everywhere, always, both time and space, everywhere, in all situations, samabuddhayaha, equanimous state of mind. In the second chapter, Bhagavan given the meaning of yoga, samatvam yoga uchyate. The equilibrium state of yoga, mind is called yoga. Samabuddhayaha. So here the mind, buddhi, their mind plus intellect also, they were always balanced. Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo. For all that, dukkeshu anudvighna manaha sukheshu vikataspruhaha. Many shlokas Bhagavan quoted about the qualities of the sthita prajna, the man of steady wisdom. So here again he is reminding samabuddhayaha. Now in this third one is sarvabhuta hite rataha. Sarvabhuta hite. They treat and look at all the living beings, creatures equally. Not only human beings, sarvabhuta hite rataha. That's why in our Sanatana Dharma prayers, always we pray, worship for the entire creation, loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Just for you to remind, which you know, but often we never recollected. Om Tacham Yora Vrunimahe Gatum Yagnaya Gatum Yagnapataye Daivim Swastirastunaha Swastirmanushebhyaha Urdhvam Jigatu Bheshajam Shanno Astu Dvipade Sham Chatushpade. Not only the human beings, two-legged persons, but all four-legged also. That means six-legged, eight-legged, multi-legged, Chatushpade also Sham. Let them be happy. They also let them live. See what a prayer for Purusha Suktam, beginning prayer. One of the Shanti mantras. So, Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. You have any kind of enmity, hatred about any things and beings, you are not fit for, qualified for this Gnanam. You cannot justify by saying anything. Even who did a harm to you, who troubled you, even though I pray for their betterment. Not in front of them, but at the heart of the heart. That is what called Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. Who am I to hate? Who am I to criticize? Who am I to condemn? Everything is Lord's. I know for certain everything is happening and conducted, run by here the Samashti Ishvara Shakti. These are the qualifications. These should be the qualifications of the devotee. Bhaktam word used, bhakti word is not at all used in this chapter. Bhaktaha. That means those bhaktas should have these qualities. Who loves me? They are called bhaktas. If any, generally people who loves the cricket player, the fan we call, they are also the, one way we can say they are the devotees of that particular actor or the particular player. What? They will always constantly praise, they always constantly think about them, glorify them, read about them, talk about them. Then it is also a kind of devotion only. Of course, we don't call for worldly those things. I always think about the money and all the name and fame. Oh, you are very much devoted to the money. Good. Not to Lakshmi Devi. But the qualities are very important here. Bhakta means this self-control, senses, mind, and equanimity of the buddhi mind. And here when I say Samabuddhaya, Bhagavan says, no confusions and no doubts. Because the buddhi word, buddhi is the discerning, discriminating power. Mind is the oscillating factor. So I have no equanimous mind, we can say, but I am not having any doubt about anything. No confusion about anything. That state of the intellect is called Samabuddhayaha, Sarvatra. And this is the highest quality, Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. This is not just once Bhagavan telling now here. The same kind of expression comes from in every chapter. One way or other he brings this, the qualities of a person. How your inner, the mind should equip with the, what kind of tendency, nature, ideas, thoughts, up to the 17th chapter. Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yogam, Shraddha Trai Vibhaga Yogam. That means the character is very important. The values are very important. Without the values and the character-based lifestyle, you cannot attain the salvation or the final goal of either godhood or moksha, jivan mukti, whatever you say. The same point we are going to see in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad in coming section. Through the Upasana teaching, the values are emphasized. Very beautiful, wonderful description is going to come. Then, okay, with these qualities, what they have to understood? What for they have to strive for? The fifth stage which we talked about, Nirguna Nirakara Ishvara. Okay, Akshara means that only, no? Now I will go to the third shloka, which is very, very important. Even though those words are already we heard in many places in the Upanishads, in Panchadasi or whatever Prakarana Granthas or in the Gita itself, but it is worth to ponder on it again and abide in the meaning of them. Because the meaning is not different, me is not different. The meaning should become really meaningful and should apply to me. I am that. That aksharam is I am. Before going to the word-to-word meaning, I will remind you what I told you in the last class. Generally, when we talk about this aksharam, nirgunam, nirakaram, there is anything like that which is indriya agocharam, okay, and not conceived by the mind, not perceived by the senses. There is anything like that? Is it possible to have such a thing in the world? This is the biggest doubt and obstacle and problem to the so-called educated people. Therefore, someone said, this nirguna, nirakara, all this, it is a big bloated bladder of bluff. It is a big bloated bladder of bluff. That's why they follow and read the Gita or Vedanta on the periphery level. Therefore, they say, ஆத்துக்கு வந்து துவைதம், கிளாஸுக்கு மட்டும் அத்வைதம். That means what? Vyavaharam, you may don't show that outside, but you cannot keep on shift and completely drown and get into that. It should not be a dichotomy type of character. You really mean about it. Okay. Now here, the words are very, very important. I will take the words from here and there because easy to, that aksharam word will keep it at the last or later. First, etu avyaktam. Now you asked me, no? Now I will tell about that second type of people also. I told already they are superior. Whoever meditate on the avyaktam, unmanifested. We know the simple meaning of it, avyaktam. That means it cannot be perceived by any sense organ. If anything is vyaktam means, for me this photo is, now I know that is a Guru photo, I know this is a flower, this is a fridge, I know. I know that is the fan sound. Oh, this is the white tube light. So, 5 sense organs which we have, through that Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, anything if they perceive and give the information, that is Vyaktam. Okay. It is revealed to the sense organ. Don't go to the another Avyaktam which we talk generally in Vedanta. Here simply known by the senses. But this cannot be known. This Nirguna Nirakara, what we are talking, Aksharam, is Avyaktam. Simply to say, cannot be perceived by unperceivable to the sense organs. Avyaktam. Shankara writes here, na kenapi pramanena, whatever the pramanas are there, pratyaksha pramana, anumana pramana, upamana pramana, ardhapati, anupalabdhi, even shabda pramana. But we emphasize and we will hold on to the shabda pramana. But that shabda is not a object of something. When you are able to convert that shabda pramana into the subjectively you apply, then that will be useful. That's why here any pramana Shankara says, that means that also the shabda pramana also, if you are not able to understand properly, that is also no use. Therefore, that is called avyaktam. And therefore, it is achintyam. Okay, sir, sense organs cannot perceive, but mind can conceive. If it conceives, it has to do the delivery also, no? If it is conceived, it has to deliver. Mind also cannot perceive, because senses are not sending any message or information to it. How mind can conceive? Mind can imagine later whatever the information comes, or extrally she can create the wool gathering on those things. That imagination through it is not possible. Or conceiving also. Conceiving means a concept. Okay. Many concepts we conceive. For example, that concept looks like for the time being it is real truth. I am fat. Wrong example. Somebody is fat. It's a concept. Why, sir? That person is really standing on the weighing machine and he is looking in 80, 90. But after 6 months or next year, you see that person now become lean. So, fat concept has gone, lean concept came. So, like this, any experience in this world through your all senses, the mind conceives is a concept. Those concepts keep on change. Keep on change. Therefore, this Brahman Aksharam is not a concept. We'll come to the conclusion later when Aksharam word comes. So now 2 things are clear. Okay? Unperceivable, unconceivable. Then Kutastham. This word also we studied a lot in Panchadashi, Kutastha Deepam Prakaranam. This Kutastha word has got different meanings. Just we'll recollect 1 or 2 here. One is Kutavat Tishtati iti kutastham, which is unshakable, indestructible. Generally, the example or kutastha means anvil. The strong iron base used by either the goldsmith or the blacksmith, any smith. To change the shape of the hot gold or the iron pieces, they will keep on a strong, unshakable, a big iron base, and they beat on that, and the shape of the iron piece will change. But nothing happens to the base. Therefore, it is called a kutastha. Shankara derives and tells another meaning. Kuta means to see outside it is something, but really it is something. For outside appearance, it is looks good and nice or useful, everything. But internally, if you see, it is something different. Kuta. I will read the Shankara's words. Drishyamana gunam. When you look, yes, there is a good quality, good, nice, something good. Drishyamana gunam is there. But antar dosham, inside it is dosham. Antar dosham. Tat vastu kutam. So that is called Kuta Rupam, Kuta Saksham, Ityado, Kuta Shabdaha, Prasiddha Loke. It is familiar in this way, Kuta. In the same way, now, why this Kutas the word has to use for this Nirguna Nirakara, Brahma, Atma, whatever. Here he writes that Tatha. In the same way, Cha avidyadi aneka samsara bijam antaddoshavad maya vyakrutadi shabda vachyam. What he says, here everything is projected by the Maya. Everything, whatever is happening, appearing, projected, changing is because of Maya. In spite of all these things are happening, hammering, beating, birth, death, all these things are happening. But Kutavat, this Aksharam is unchangeable thing, is all the time is there. Kute antaha tishtati. In the midst of this Maya, Prapancha, Dvaita, the unchangeable, unperceivable, unconceivable, the fact, Aksharam is there. That's why also we can call it Kutastha. Kutam. Surrounding everything is all boundaries and sixers. We don't know. Everything Maya, temporary. But unchanging principle is there. That's why it is called Kutastha. For that only in Shvetashvatar Upanishad, we are now studying now, we completed that sloka. Mayantu prakritim vidhi, mayanantu maheshwaram. Mayavi, Ishvara. Mayanam or Mayanam to Maheshwaram. Prakriti, Vikruti, which God has Vikruti, is Maya. Bhagavan also told in the Bhagavad Gita, in one chapter before, Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama maya duratyaya Mame vaye prapadyante maya me tam taranti. The word important is mama maya duratyaya. Mama maya, my maya, which is under my control. Without me, that cannot exist. It is just playing in the presence of me. Therefore, kutastham. Therefore, avyaktam, achintyam, kutastham. Therefore, it is next word is sarvatragam. It is everywhere. Everywhere. By saying the indestructible is beyond the time, by saying the sarvatragam is beyond the space. But whatever is perceived and conceived, everything is bound by the time and space. Therefore, sarvatragam, vyomavad vyapi, as like the space, Shankara compares sarva. For us, only one thing we can see also and understand also. Only the sky is all pervading. Yes or no? Earth is not there everywhere. Planets are not there everywhere. Wind is not there everywhere. You can make vacuum, remove the wind. You can make the sound also soundproof. Can you make the space proof? No way. But still, much more wonderful thing, glorious thing is, who knows that space, I am much, much greater, bigger, beyond the space. We are coming slowly to the. By using these words, Bhagavan wants to make you to go to your core. Sarvatragam. Then, because of all this, if it is all everywhere it is there, how it can move? Space can move. Wind can move from here to there. Fire can go from here to there. The earth is going to break there, frightening us by saying so many things. Split will come. All these things may happen. The icebergs are moving, divided. Chalam is there. Space. You may move in the space, but space cannot move. It is helpless to move because where I can go? Achalam. See, these words are one, you have to go in this order. Achalam. Being it is Sarvatragam and Achalam, it is Dhruvam, permanent, Shashvatam. Therefore, the final word is, not final word, last but one word is Anirdeshyam. If you meditate and this Nididhyasana if you have done, you end up in silence. But if you are a fool, what is there? Only silence, sunyam. But if you are a wise, you will recognize, hey, I am that I am that Kutastha. Anirdesham. To say in another word, the familiar word is aprameyam. This, the 4-5 words all. Anirdesh means aprameyam. This aprameya word comes in Vishnu Sahasranama also, in Lalita Sahasranama also. In Vishnu Sahasranama, aprameyo rushikesha padmanabho maraprabhu. But somebody has got in this line, sir, is it Amaraprabhu or Maraprabhu? Then some wise person answered, yes, both. In Vishnu Sahasranama books, in brackets, people may think it is a Maram, Tamil Maram. In bracket they say Amara. But somebody has got doubt and asked, then the wise person said, who studied the Vishwarupa, Sandarshana Yogam and all Bhagavad Gita, it is both. How come, sir, it is both? Amara Prabhu, he is the Lord of all the Devatas. And he is not the source or the Prabhu of the Maram. Maram coming from the earth. Where from that earth comes? Who is the husband of the earth? Puranic way. Tasmad etasmad atmana akasham sambhutaha. Come down up to the. He is both. So both are correct. But Lalita Sahasranama goes little more to the deeper Vedanta. Aprameyo swaprakasha mano vachama gochara. That is exactly applicable here. Mano vachama agochara. Therefore, anirdeshya, aprameya. All these words are taking your mind to where? Now come. Last class also I told that, again I remind that what? That nirguna nirakara or avyakta, achintya, arupa, all this. What it could be? If really genuinely question comes in your mind, and if you understood the teaching of the Vedanta, the only one answer in the whole world that can be, should be only me. Why? Because whatever is perceived, conceived, all those things are by me ultimately, whether through the mind, even that mind is not perceived, but I am very much there. If the senses are not functioning, I am there. I am, as a conscious being, I am always there. If you get the doubt, the foolish doubt of after death I won't be there, sir, give one. Where is the death? For whom? So we are caught up in this Namarupa, this body identification and prapancha. We are not able to give it up, that's it. Therefore, the answer only can give answer only within you. That should be I only. No way. Because I am the subject of to know or to don't know anything to say, not to say, to claim, not to claim, even to say the Lord is there, I should be there. If I am not there, so what you are thinking, seeing this Saguna Krishna, really I am not. Lord saying, by saying this Sloka, that Saguna Krishna, I am not. It is only a projection. But I am that. That I am that told by anybody is the same. Whether Lord says or Ramana Maharshi says or Nisarga Maharaj says and you say, I am that, that is not the word of anybody. It is the word teaching of the Upanishad. Tattvamasi aham brahmasmi. Therefore, it is Aksharam. Because Arjuna used the Aksharam word, that is very, very important word in Mundakopanishad and many places. Bhagavan also used in many places in the teaching. This Aksharam word is the final word. Then, what is Aksharam? General meaning we gave you before, which is indestructible. Ksharam Nashanam, Aksharam Avinashi, which doesn't have the declension, diminishing quality, anything, that is called Aksharam. But Shankara derives one beautiful meaning to this. Why it is called Aksharam? What is the, which dhatu, which meaning we have to take? Of course, he gives this meaning in the first shloka, bhashyam itself, where avyaktam word comes. There he says, and yadhi loke karana gocharam tat vyaktam uchyate. Whatever is perceived by the senses, it is called avyaktam. That means, where from the dhatu, where from that meaning comes, anjehe dhatoho tat karmakatvat. There is one dhatu, anjehe dhatoho tat karmakatvat. That meaning comes because of, which is anjehe means which is perceived by, that is vyaktam. But here what he says, but idam tu aksharam tad viparitam. The aksharam is viparitam to the anjehe dhatoho. If you take perceived, but this is not perceivable, therefore it is aksharam. Okay, tad viparitam. Who said like that? The experienced wise people. Shishtaihi cha uchchamanaihi visheshanaihi. Shishtaihi means the wise people. They declare, they from their anubhavam. Visheshanaihi visishtam tad echa api paryupasate. Here paryupasa word is there, no? Paryupasa, upasana, dhyanam, on which the wise people says on that aksharam. What is that aksharam? Unconceivable, unperceivable, undestructible. Therefore, this much explanation Bhagavan just word by word given like that, and who knows about this, listen from the teacher, and they become one with me, they reach me. But to understand this, you need a sadhana chature sampatti. The qualifications are so told. So in this way, fourth shloka, third shloka and fourth shloka, Bhagavan replied very nicely. He wants to highlight about that Kutastha or Aksharam, and of course in the fifth shloka he is going to say that, you know why I told that is superior. In this, even though this is the only way to reach me, but it is difficult. Kleshaha adhigataraha. Let us see the meaning of that in the next class. Okay, why it is so difficult? It's nice only to hear more than 40 minutes, 8 words. I will tell you for whom it is difficult and for whom it is easy. That clarification comes in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.